Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. We are your host, the greatest trio on the internet. I am the councilman. The People's Nightmare Wrestling with Honey is here. If I sound slow, it is because I am also trying to connect our stuff to Instagram. We are live, not only on the YouTubes, not only on the Facebook. We are now live on the Instagrams, my page, and of course the Kayfabe Podcast page. We are on all of the socials. And yes, I'm getting older because I threw V on all that shit. Proud that I did that. But yeah, we are back. But before we get started, previously on the Kayfabe Podcast, we had us a little incident, if you will. You know,
that's a little strong.
First time in Kayfabe's history that it's happened. All right, now me, myself, Honey, and Deonne, we pride ourselves on making sure we are here on time and that we start the podcast at the time that we say. And we also are trying to do better at posting, so y'all know to be here a little bit earlier. And last week, in like I said, the Kayfabe's history, we had a no call, no show. No call, no show. And you would think that it would come from Honey because she had lost track of time counting her coins in her vault. And time just slid on by. No, it is the man who is out of the mug himself. The People's Nightmare was definitely a nightmare to the people last week by not showing up. And so in the spirit of that, we have something that we do when we're late. If we are late a certain amount of time, we will have the person that is late have to make a statement. Sometimes it's a statement that they don't want to make, but they have to make it because they were late. It's just to help with our attendance. And
can I at least give my story of what happened to?
Before I'm going to leave that to Honey. Does Honey allow you to tell your story?
I mean, I'm just going by what you said last week. We're not letting him use any cards, but I am interested in hearing his perspective, but I'm wondering if we should have him explain it after we shake him to the core.
You know what? I like your style, Honey. I like your style.
We got Deadline. We got Survivor Series happening. We ain't got time for this. Come on, man.
I mean, that's still there. All that don't happen until later in not only the show, but a couple of weeks. So so we sat and we thought, what would have to be done for him being a no call, no show? Now, of course, it's still saying something that you might not want to say, but it couldn't be the same amount of just being late. That's just being late. But a no call, no show. And mind you, we called you live while we were on here. No answer. Got sent to voicemail like I was a side piece or something. Maybe. But man, so we had decided that Deonne is going to have to say 3 statements. And Honey, if you would, could you put those in the private chat so you don't say them first? They come directly from there.
I was literally thinking that. Now, should we do all 3 in one shot? You see how we're trying to milk? We're milking.
That's depending on how fast you can type. So I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Okay. Well, let's do one for now. And then if another statement pops up throughout the show, we're gonna have to stop real quick and have him say it. How about that?
You want to do it throughout the show? Oh wow! See, I was about to have you just do.
I'm just saying, keep it suspenseful.
Right here. Damn. Hey, listen. Now that's that right there. That's a producer brain thinking right there, and a tormentor and a woman. It's like all three.
Sure.
There's
There
only
you
a
go.
woman would have created that. I was about to let you just do all three.
That would have been great.
Pushing.
What we call it, brain ninjas.
Man, see, this is why we need to be in the WWE writers' room. Okay, and Boza, no one's cranky. No one's cranky.
We're just feeling froggy.
Yeah, I took a nap. Man.
I took
All
something.
Right. I'm good to go. I did that too. You might see it. You never know if Will Jonah Jameson might be coming back tonight.
Deadline season. We need Will Jonah Jameson back.
Yes, it is. It's ready. Deadline season is here and it's upon us. Who's going to be in the men's? Who's going to be in the women's? Headline: Dead or Alive? Part 2. Parker, where are those fucking photos? Right. But yes, so throughout this episode, Deonne will have to say 3 statements. And just so he can't weasel his way out, Deonne, you will not only have to say it, you will have to say it directly into the camera, and we can hear you. No soft whispers.
Conviction.
And you have to say it with gusto. No monotone, no nothing. We have to believe the statement you are saying.
This is just, man. I can't fight this.
So, are you ready for the statement?
I fell asleep, man.
Yeah.
We Honey is going to type in the private chat in the back room for us the first statement he is going to say. We're going to give Deonne a second just to take it in and say it. And he'll let us know when he's ready to make his statement.
Yes, here we go.
That's a funny comment, man. That's yeah. All right. Get this one out of the way. Goldberg without a spear is just a dude named Bill.
It's the dastardliness for me. How you feeling? How you feeling?
You all right?
It's just, man. I fell asleep. Okay, I mean,
it happens.
You're
a long day.
To explain
a hard day
of the story.
But yeah,
yes, you're welcome to explain.
No, it's just I fell asleep. Usually, I'm able to get a nap in. I'll tell my wife like, "Hey, got a show tonight," and she'll wake me up before it. I didn't tell her anything last week, and I just fell asleep as soon as we put Xander down, and I stayed asleep. And didn't wake up. Woke up at what time did I text y'all? Like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Apologizing because that's never happened before. So I do again apologize again for that happening. I really do.
I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, it might be something that you're a little, off about, but you made history. You did.
You made Kayfabe history.
Kayfabe podcast history.
It's like infamy almost, though. You know what I mean? Like that's what
somebody gotta do it. It has to happen to someone, and it couldn't have happened to a greater person for history to be made.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Breaking barriers out here.
Yep.
All right.
Speaking of breaking barriers, let's talk about another barrier breaker. All right. It's not just one belt. It's been a long time since it's been 2 belts. Even a little shorter, but still longer, that it's been 3 belts, Monet. Mm-hmm. Now you got to add a 1 in front of that 3 because it's now 13 belts, Monet, as she has now recently captured and became the undisputed Ring of Honor television champion. Now, Deonne, just your thoughts on this. I know you're not a big AEW guy, but just to catch you up on some history, the previous champion was Red Velvet, and Red Velvet did suffer an injury and had to be out for a little bit. And so, rather than them having stripped her of the title, they put in an interim champion to be in her place until she was able to return and be able to fight for her title, which just as a sidebar, I think that's an excellent idea that I feel like should start being moved around throughout the wrestling business. I think that makes for a great storyline instead of them rathering just say it, like the company acknowledges it too. But so we've had several people become the interim television champion, as far as like Mina Shirakawa and others. And then Red Velvet did return, and she was set to defend her title against the current interim champion, Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné beat Red Velvet to become the full undisputed television champion. Now, with that being said, your thoughts on now 13 belts, Moné?
I think I keep asking because every time she wins one, I always sort of think of like, what's the end game here? Like, we don't have to know the end of the story. I get it, but 13 is a lot of titles that you can just. What is she gonna drop them all? I think I'm thinking more of like, does this help anybody but herself? I'm very confused by it all, to be honest with you, because 13 titles from 13. Well, what 12 or 11 indie promotions sort of deal. What's the payout? What's the benefit? I don't know.
My whole thing is you don't never hear this when you're watching a good television show. Like, I wonder what's the benefit of the producer right now.
Well, but hey, we know wrestling though. Like, that's the one thing we understand wrestling, and you're going from territory to territory.
But do we know
titles?
So okay, so again, you go look at Moné's numbers on socials. Let's just look. I really want people to like
put it into perspective for me, please.
I am, because people be so unfocused on the story and just letting it happen rather than trying to figure out how's it going to end. She gonna drop it here. She gonna do this. She gonna do that. It's like,
that's a daunting task if she needs to drop 13 times.
but it's a daunting story that can be told beautifully if people just let it play out. Because think about it. If I'm an indie promotion and I have Mercedes Moné coming to my promotion, that's a guaranteed seat filler. And the thing is, and people don't be wanting to say that shit out loud, and it's like, oh, because it's a small promotion. But it's like, yo, if I'm a promoter and I have a place that I need to fill up 1,000 people, and I say, hey, Mercedes Moné is going to be here tonight at my show, all the regulars are going to come out now, plus other people who know her. So there's your one thing in having this person here. That person wearing your title, that's a walking billboard, and also, too, a statement that shows that, yo, she will have to come back again to defend her title. And so now that is giving you another second chance for her to be here, for you as the promotion to promote that and build that, for people to now fill in more. Like, if I'm a small time promotion, and if I'm now going like, hey man, I would like to fill like a $5,000 seat arena for myself, still in my local area, man, I know Mercedes Moné could either fill up a third of that, possibly fill up half of that, depending on else what I add to the card. This gives you a chance to help your promotion elevate more because you have a superstar that's being added to your stuff, just like it is with almost anybody else, except, you just have a higher caliber. The same thing would be said if Rhea Ripley was in this place. You can see it with that. So it's like the same thing with Mercedes Moné. There is a value to this, and the simple fact of like, hey, if I'm an up-and-coming wrestler that's at the top of that promotion and I'm now taking on Mercedes Moné, that's a big stamp. How many times do we bring up people's former matches from back in the day? How many times we mentioned when CM Punk went up against this person in ROH, when Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson went up against this person? That's a stamp in your card that you can't take away. Like, yo, when I got to wrestle with Jake the Snake, like, was it televised? No, only fucking 30 people were there, but yo, I got to wrestle Jake the Snake. That's what that does. How she loses them, we don't know. But let them write that story and let us figure that out.
Well, I don't know why. It's I don't know why it's not as appealing then to me personally. I'm not sure why.
We know why. We know why. Don't do that. We know why.
Well, tell me why.
Y'all don't like her. Y'all don't like
Like
her.
Sasha.
No, you don't. No, you don't. So I'll ask you this: would you feel the same way if this was Rhea Ripley doing it?
I mean, I like Sasha. I like Rhea. But it's just.
Would you be saying the same thing if this was 13 belts Rhea?
Probably because those are just a lot of belts, man. It's a lot of belts.
The fact you said probably and the way you did it, no, you just don't like her.
Don't like is strong.
You're not. You're
very strong.
It's true. Y'all
not
don't.
Not as big of a fan of her.
Okay, give you another
say that.
If it was 13 belts Bianca, and the way that they write her currently, no sour to think that, and that's the thing that a lot of people may not include. It's some of the sour things you feel she's done. Not saying you in particular, but that she's done in the past is what made people feel salty about it. The fact she walked out on WWE, the fact that people think she got a big head, the fact that she's controlled over creative, all of those things become something to where now it's like, I don't want to see this. But that's why I asked if you have someone like a Bianca Belair and how they write her and nothing changed about that and it was 13 belts, that's easier for you to digest.
Perhaps.
But hey, if we're being honest, there's no GOAT people like. And that's what it means. When you are the greatest of all time, people can't stand you. People cannot stand LeBron James.
And if you're not pissing people off, you're not making
money. People cannot stand Floyd Mayweather.
I enjoy Floyd. We living not getting hit. That's the purpose.
How many people are wanting to see George Floyd? I mean, Floyd Mayweather.
I'm out.
Right. I don't know where that came from. How many people have wanted to see Floyd Mayweather get knocked out? When you become the GOAT, man, and you are the greatest, it makes you an enemy. It makes you because people would want to see the hero fail. And you of all people know in the DC world, one of the greatest lines from The Dark Knight, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the
villain. And she's doing a good job of that. I mean, we all know that I don't think so highly of this girl, but I respect what she's doing, and I kind of see the picture now, especially that she's gotten this far, going past Ultimate Dragon's record and everything like that of holding these titles. So, there's a bigger story at hand. I'm just intrigued to see what the downfall looks like. Like where's the story going besides the accumulating the wins and the belts. We got comments on the screen. That's cool.
Oh yeah. they updating stuff now. We getting things updated out here in these streets.
I like that.
So that way everybody can see stuff. So if you live on my Instagram and you watch it, first off, thank you for watching. Appreciate y'all joining in. And on the Kayfabe podcast page as well, we thank y'all for joining in and checking that out too. That way you get a chance to be a part of it everywhere, expanding the network. But yeah, to your point, honey, it's that's the thing. It's hard to be great. It's hard to be great.
It ain't easy.
And people can say something about her ego all they want. How many people that you like get their ego stroked? CM Punk gets 18 minutes on the mic for what?
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's you accept it for who you like. And that's what this story is about. Even to your point, Boz, I don't hate Mercedes. I hate her presentation with her character. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about her as a person.
Yeah, no.
None of us know her as a person, so you can't hate somebody. Yeah, exactly. But as the character, you don't like her. So that's why this don't sit well with you.
And she is in creative control. So this is her gig,
So I don't know what to say, but
Shout out to Mercedes.
congratulations.
Shout out.
And hey, y'all can keep hating, but
Stop
it's here.
participating.
Yeah. It's always like that for a lot of reasons, only because people don't like people who are great. Because who's the other one people used to hate on?
That's tough to say, Will. We don't like people who. I guess it's just because I don't know, man.
It's because
if I think of sports in that world, I respect. Excuse me, a lot of greatness with that. I know you said LeBron, but like hell yeah, like my earliest memory of Jordan is Space Jam and his second three-peat. So that's like all I got of him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just as a wrestling fan, you should be astonished and want to ride this thing out with seeing how this goes with her winning all these titles and hopefully helping these indie promotions. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just like Bo said. Maybe it's that character. Maybe that's it.
Because the thing is,
hopefully it's not too close to real life for her too. That's the
hope.
I've
met Mercedes. Mercedes is one of the sweetest people I've ever.
Yeah, that's the hope.
And a big ass nerd. Like she is a big fucking nerd. Like when I tell you, like she is the complete opposite, which makes it a even better character.
Yeah,
it goes the same thing for Alexa Bliss when she's the goddess. Like she is the complete opposite in real life.
A lot of them.
But that's the thing, when people get great, you start to nitpick, and then there's ways that you see this person as how they need to be. Then you start putting representation, you start putting things on their shoulders that don't necessarily need to be there. It's like, well, they need to carry themselves like this. They need to be acting like that. Oh, she's acting too ungrateful. Oh, well, I'd like it more if she just didn't have control over creative. That's not fair. Oh, I just don't like the fact that she just comes in and she gets whatever she wants. That's not fair. You're throwing things on her that don't have shit to do with her too when it comes to that, because everybody has a picture and image of what they think that person should be, rather than just, hey, why don't y'all let the story play out, or sit with the fact that you don't like her character. And that's okay, because that's what the story of wrestling is. And that's why she is the greatest of all time, because every single week we talking about this person. Almost every single day, somebody is talking about Mercedes Moné. She is doing the greatest heel work you could see. And not only do you hate it, you really internally hate it. So it makes you know it's hitting here even more.
Right, because she's doing her job.
She's doing her job.
Maybe I should watch some
it's
of
like
these.
That's how you feel about it. How you feel about it, Deonne, is how initially I used to feel about The Miz. Like obnoxious, in your face. Oh my God, get him out of here. Like, oh my God, will he ever shut up? Oh my God. But I realized after a while, like that's the whole point of it. He's drawing the heat. He wants the heat. And that's exactly what she's doing. And she's going to keep collecting belts as long as we keep saying, how many more belts she need? She's like, oh yeah, hold my beer. I'm gonna get another one.
But that happens over time too. Like you come to it. Maybe I'll get there with it. He brought up Miz once he changed his gear. I was like, this kid he's going places. So at Fedora and that stuff was terrible.
Right, bro. People did the same thing with John Cena.
Yeah, but it's just like Triple H great heel.
Yeah,
oh, man.
You can't wrestle.
Yeah, the tribal chief. People got sick of him during the bloodline.
And he carried a whole pandemic era.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just when you are put into the realm and being in the destiny of greatness and being a history maker, it just heightens how folks are going to feel about you. And then especially now in this time and age, because of how everybody feels. And, like this is not only about wrestling, but just in general. Like we live in a very negative, emotional society. We draw further to confrontation in the negative side rather than just applauding people. Like we're so easy now to nitpick someone's stuff and get on somebody and say things, even though like deep down, it's like, it doesn't really bother us, but it's just like, it's something that now I have to express and get this out. Because of course we're talking about it from a character basis, a show basis. And again, the three of us, even people in this chat, we know a line of what we don't break the kayfabe. Plain and simple. We don't break the kayfabe. We're not sitting here like a lot of folks where I hate her ass. It's like, you don't even know her.
Like, what's the point? Yeah,
like you're putting out the worst comments you can about this woman, and you don't know anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
And
remember, it used to just be like buy a ticket so you could just boo at them. Like that was it. That's the simple way to do it. That's the purpose.
Yeah, that's it,
right?
Or if you're gonna say something, it's like, yo, give real criticism.
At least bring some real facts to it, not.
Yeah, you could be able. Yeah,
based on your opinion.
Right. We give hot takes all the time that we know some are very silly and far-fetched that we'll stand on just for no reason, but we know it's far-fetched and silly. Mm-hmm. And then there's some where it's like, yo, we're going to stand 10 toes down and I got the facts for it. This is just how I feel about it.
I'm not going to lie. It happened to me. Mercedes Monet is humbling me by the week. Mm-hmm. You don't see me ranting and raving about Mercedes and why she's doing this and why she's doing that. I'm like, all right, I'll shut up now. Yeah, I'm going to keep watching too.
And just like me with Bret Hart, honey is the main reason why I stay on Bret Hart ass all the time. Just because stop tarnishing your legacy for people who truly care about you and grew up with you.
Just take the microphone away from him, man.
Yeah, bro. Just enjoy life, bro. I don't understand how you got a black wife and you get stressed. I don't get it. Don't understand. So. But shout out to Mercedes Monet, man. We're gonna keep this thing pushing. And again, look at that. Almost 15 minutes to close to 20 minutes of talking about her. If that ain't the GOAT, I don't know what to tell you. But let's talk about another one though. AJ Styles. We know AJ Styles is closing in on his career as a in-ring performer. And he sat down in a recent interview and they asked him who were some of your favorite people to be in the ring with. And I'm talking about like absolute favorites. This guy has wrestled around the world and has wrestled. I mean, you couldn't like his top 10 best performances and matches. We would be here for a long time. You would have to have a clear debate on what that would be just because of how great this person is. But one at the top of AJ's list, as far as it goes, I will ask both of my hosts, who do you think his number one is? Y'all can also let me know in the chat.
Man, can you give us a hint? Is it the old dancing partner or somebody new?
I'm not gonna give you no damn hint. Just guess.
Come on, man.
It could be somebody who's still around. There's a lot
about you being right. It's just give out your guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess.
Let's say Randy Orton out there.
Damn, I'm stuck between two of them. Damn it, and I don't want to be that person. I need to pick one. I'm gonna go with my gut first because this was the first name that was gonna come out. Shinsuke.
Okay,
that's a good pick.
Yes, it is, and both of you couldn't be wronger. But they're also great. I think that they were also included in this interview. People that were brought up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yes, but the one at the top of his list is none other than his Bullet Club member.
Finn. Oh, he was my second one, and my gut was with Shinsuke. I wanted to say Finn so bad.
Finn Balor is indeed his wrestling soulmate.
The Prince.
Yes, Prince Deverett, the Demon, Finn Balor, whatever you want to call it. AJ Styles says this is the person that he has always enjoyed being in the ring with.
That
interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, so much history there between them two. Why wouldn't it? They've grown up in this business together. If you think about it.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. So, but that was just something I wanted to throw out here with them. But the question I want to know is, should Finn be his last match?
If that's his wrestling soulmate, it should be. It should be. If AJ Styles has outwardly said that, like, I couldn't help but wonder if that maybe is planting a seed somehow for something special between these two.
Now, here's the question I'd throw out there too with this. Which Finn should he face if it be his last partner?
If we're trying to take it back to like New Japan style era, you better bring back Demon Finn.
You got to.
You better bring back Demon Finn. You have to.
That would be such a dope WrestleMania match.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Like AJ Styles come back in like his Bullet Club outfit, and then
because I'm trying to remember AJ's WrestleMania track record so far. Like he had Shane McMahon one year, he had Edge at 38,
Chris Jericho.
He had Jericho. He's had Shinsuke, right?
Yep. The title.
This was, man, with that and all the history, that would probably be his best WrestleMania opponent in story. Like that one would build. And now that they're using like other promotions names and grabbing footage, and we were able to stitch this stuff together, you can tell a hell of a story from Rumble to WrestleMania.
Between these two, absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you break Finn away from that Judgment Day shit,
God, my man,
bring him back to his roots. If they ever.
I've hit the wall on them, unfortunately.
Yeah, they you know what they remind me of? They remind me of henchmen from like sitcoms now.
Like the Hawkeye henchmen in the tracksuits.
Yeah, like that, like the henchmen you see in the Power Rangers. Be like,
buddies.
What are y'all doing? No, like Bulk and Skull.
Oh, well, Bulk and Skull, yeah.
Bulk and Skull, that's what they remind me of. Hey, what are you guys doing? What did you say?
Hey, bozo.
You bozos. You bozos. Like, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore with y'all. Man.
Oh, God.
Not showing strength for me.
No, man.
Oh,
that would be great. We can get a lot of AJ Styles matches for his last year. I do have a question though, because I thought about this yesterday when I watched Raw. Do you think retirement tours are going to become the norm now?
No.
For your big names like AJ or Randy, or aside from injury,
you got as big as John's doing it.
There's nobody as big as John, and there's nobody in here where you do that, because you don't have anyone in there that has carried the company for multiple eras.
You're right.
Like you have Roman, who carried the pandemic era. Yes, he definitely did that. But you could have it to where it's like, yo, I'm getting ready to retire, like how you're doing at AJ, but a whole year of setting it up for him, it's like, no, like no one's done that. Like, as we've said before, like John has put himself in the categories of a Bruno Sammartino, a Hulk Hogan, like that. You cannot tell the story of wrestling without John Cena.
No, he took over the he got the ball after the Attitude Era. Like the toughest, like you're following The Rock, Austin, Triple H, Undertaker at their heights.
Yeah. And for 25 years, you were on top.
He carried that ball, man.
And was chosen by the fans.
Exactly.
Like, the fans just blew up for him. And, look at how far he's come now. And now 2 dates.
Yep.
Man.
Or maybe 3. Who knows? I don't know.
Ryan Armstrong, we will get into that conversation. Don't you worry. We will definitely talk about that in just a little bit. But yeah.
Damn, I'm gonna miss AJ, man.
Me too.
I am too. I'm gonna miss AJ. I'm gonna miss Cena.
When these guys start going now, it's like John's going. When AJ goes and Randy goes and freaking Finn goes and Sheamus, and it's gonna slap us in the face. Man.
It is because our people we grew up with aren't there anymore. It's like it's like in Living Color. If In Living Color was still around, no, matter of fact, no, a better one would probably be Saturday Night Live. Like people who watch these other folks for like a generation, and it's like a whole new one is here now. Like it's like, dang, I remember when this dude was on there, when this lady was on there. So
it was like all that when they switched the cast up.
I wanted to say all that, but I didn't know If I
man.
my age, but yes, that's the example I originally wanted. Yes, all that.
Come on now.
Okay. Again, I don't know who in the chat is gonna be like, what's all that? And
We'll educate him. No problem.
we will go down the rabbit hole. But let's keep it pushing and let's talk about what happened on a very impactful Monday Night Raw. We start off with, like we said, John Cena. Final match, final Raw in Madison Square Garden.
This was so good, man. This was
special.
This was something special. In case y'all are listening to the audio version or you can't see, John Cena came into Madison Square Garden. He was approached by the former IC champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. It seemed like we were going to get a rematch right then and there, but it has been pushed back, and we will get into that a little bit later into the show. And so the match that transpired on this previous edition of Monday Night Raw was a 6-man tag match. The Judgment Day's Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Dominic Mysterio took on the GOAT himself, John Cena, Sheamus, and Dominic's deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio, the second best Mysterio. And just was a incredible fun match, if I say so. But I want to get y'all thoughts on it. Just Honey, we'll start with you on this one. Thoughts on this 6-man tag match and this being Cena's last match on Raw in Madison Square Garden.
I thought it was great. I thought it was it gives me pretty much like everybody's clawing to get at least one moment with the guy before he heads out, because once he's done, he's done. But you know, the whole "you can't see me" bit, the whole fun about Sheamus switching the side and putting him in the middle, like this is about you, and like it was just like very fun filled, and you could tell that everybody was just having a good time in the ring. Even JD McDonough and Finn Balor. Shout out to JD McDonough for taking the attitude adjustment, and it was a wrap from there. But I think that all in all, it was great. You know, the whole Rey Mysterio and Dom Mysterio story continues. And you know, we know Cena and Sheamus's history. It's the least that Sheamus could do to be a part of Cena's last run. So I thought it was really cool. Madison Square Garden was unglued. And yeah, that was a hard one to miss out on.
Deonne, your thoughts?
No, everything Honey said, I co-sign it. This was a fun, just a fun one. And my biggest thing is like Rey Mysterio is 50 years old, man.
Right.
He's got to be okay. He is the second greatest in this line of thinking, luchador ever. But at 50, he still looks really good. But this was a fun one. We got the match set up for Survivor Series before this too. So now we know what that Survivor Series match is going to be for John Cena, and it's Dirty Dom. So that's talk about a rub there for the dirty one. This was just a fun one, man. It did what it was supposed to do. It started the night, but it still was one of those like let's make the crowd happy, man. This is his last Raw, because shoot, we were all at home probably watching his first Raw when Jericho introduced him in the draft. So that big throwback jersey, John Cena,
25 years ago. I think it was what, St. Louis jersey.
I think so. I think it was a St. Louis throwback.
Yep.
And I'm like, now to see him now in Madison Square Garden, November of 2025, and this is his last one. Boy, it makes you think, man. This whole wrestling game is like, it's a wild ride, and it's even wilder ride for a fan who's been on the train since then too.
Literally,
and won't be no more John Cena after this year, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? He's able to call his shot and go out on his own terms. And we got to live vicariously through him for 25 years.
Yeah.
I'm cool, man. It was made everybody in the crowd happy. That's what this was supposed to do.
No matter what, that's what he always did. Whether he was trying to draw heat or whether he was trying to get the crowd over, like he always had that ability. I'll never forget when that man showed up at MetLife, WrestleMania 35 with a Babe Ruth jersey.
I feel the same way with Deonne, man. Just being able to go out on your own terms. And even something Sindil said in the comments, like John retiring with a healthy body, and that's what you hope for all wrestlers. But not only that, you hope for wrestlers having a great transition after that. Like he's going into movies, he's going into television. Like that's what I hope for, like all wrestlers, not necessarily just movies and television, but it's like, hey, you get to say, hey, I'm okay. I am satisfied with the career that I've had, and I want to go out on my own terms, and I'm moving and transitioning into the next stage of my life that doesn't involve me having to sacrifice my body, but it's where I would like to be. So whether that is starting your own business, having different products, being in politics, like we've seen like a couple of them do, like that's what I hope John Cena leaves in a lot of these people's eyes of like, hey, I can go out on my own terms. Same thing like with Jay Cargill. Like she said before, like she's not going to be here for like 25 years, but at least to be able to say, we're like, yo, I'm proud of what I did. And I can walk away and go into my next chapter of what I'm doing. I can be able to, you know, get out of bed. I can wipe my own ass, and I'm able to still do the things that I love. It just now looks a lot different for me. Same thing with like Diamond Dallas Page now going into DDP yoga. You know, like I just hope that for a lot of wrestlers, and we see far less crash outs and, you know, polarizing stories that, you know, to Deon's point earlier, lives in infamy. And it's just like, dang, man, I really hate that happened to that person. So
yeah.
But yeah,
and we don't want to see him. We don't want to see him back either. The last match is your last match.
I don't think he's gonna do it. I think Cena's going to be the one that sits there and go, I'm done.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Only time I want to see that man back is if he's getting inducted. That's it.
Which, you know, is it going to happen next year? Do y'all think they gonna jump it in that fast?
Let's go ahead and knock it out now, man. We're already calling the greatest of all time.
Right.
So
I don't see why not.
Hey, y'all really
don't wait.
We really want this to be like, yo, John, like after this, you gotta disappear for like 10 years. Like that's wild. Like I can see it though. I can see it. I think it works. I think it works though, because again, like you said, John, one thing I love that John Cena has been saying throughout like this last run is, I want to leave this place better than I found it. And I think even doing so of that is being able to let this company stand on its own without him. Like, hey, I've done my thing. Let's find the next one. Let us get the next person. Even with the way he's doing his final match, like, yo, this person, I believe, is one of those where it's like, yo, this is the person that's going to become the next staple of this company and this business. You don't need to see me anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
He did his due diligence for 25 years. He has nothing left to prove to us.
We never see the jorts anymore. We never see the caps anymore. Next time you see Cena, he's just John.
That's John. That's it.
John.
Well, moving on to more Raw. Well, something else I wanted to bring up with John Cena. There was something that's been going around that I found kind of interesting, and it has to do with not just Cena's legacy as far as a champion, not as far as him and his matches, but something else that's become a signature of John Cena that someone kind of noticed within this last year of John Cena. And it was pointed out that John Cena no longer throws his towel like he used to. You remember when he used to come in and he'd have his signature towel and he would throw it? Throughout this last year, he has not done that. And speculation is circling around as to why he's not doing it. Supposedly, there are several options of how those towels may be put up for auction, or maybe put up as a memento, or even put up in a hall, like supposedly like in the WWE Museum in Saudi Arabia, of every one of his towels in his last year.
Wow.
Auction-wise, that would be insane.
He didn't throw a single one?
I don't know if it's a single one. I can't attest to that.
Because we know his heel run, he walked them all the way down.
Yeah,
Every heel run, he walked them.
He never threw them. And even now And that
Didn't
part,
throw the one this weekend. This
I noticed
Monday
that
either.
this past week he threw it on the floor.
yeah, he hasn't been throwing them into the crowd.
Huh.
Yeah, man, that's that sort of thing. Like, hey, the game's over. Go get the game ball. Like,
And
that's what.
I don't think he's thrown his shirts either. Because remember when he used to do the little tie up and then toss it?
Maybe he'll just throw it out the ring. I haven't even noticed it like that.
Well, and the recent one had like the patches on it too.
His final Raw.
I wonder if the shop t-shirts had that, because they've been doing these patches for, like, NXT gear or rookie gear or first Raw, whatever it is. But that's an interesting. Whoever noticed that,
It's very interesting.
kudos to that person, because I was like, did he?
Yeah. But I think it just adds to that story of this being his final time. And then the same thing to you, honey, of asking that question, or Deonne. That's why I don't think you have somebody that does a whole year run of retiring. I think this is a once in a lifetime type of thing, because we've never seen that with anybody. I think the closest thing we've ever seen something like that is with Ric Flair, when it was like, if you lose,
yeah.
But this one of like announcing it, saying it, putting it like this, running through his entire catalog of rogues and everything, like, no.
Making merch.
Yeah.
Taking us back to, the 2000s, taking us back, giving us nostalgia. Like, it's been fun.
There's no one on that roster right now that has put to where you would do that for them and like contribute an entire writing team to putting that together. But one question I do have, we'll save that. Brandon threw up a good question in the chat, but we're gonna save that when we get to Survivor Series, and I will ask that question. But moving on, to more of the John Cena stuff. I hate that WWE did not give us a good picture of him, for us to use. But more of the John Cena last time is now continues to go around us, as we were in our in the tournament of the last time is now tournament to determine who John Cena's last opponent will be. And I used determine way too many times in that sentence. I got very uncomfortable when I did after that happened. But we saw it last week with the return of Zack Ryder, and this week Solo Sikoa's mystery opponent was here to show the world as a returning Dolph Ziggler in Monday Night Raw's Madison Square Garden. Now, for those again that may not know the connection, during John Cena's heel run and a pipe bomb that he was throwing during his rivalry with CM Punk, definitely recommend you go check that on YouTube. He happened to yell out a couple of names, breaking the fourth wall by mentioning Zack Ryder, whose real name is Matt Cardona, and actually using that name, and Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler. And a lot of people have been speculating, will Claudio Castagnoli get a chance to come back? I was like, I doubt that, but
I highly doubt that.
But to see that and to see those manifest into John's story, knowing that these two have been a part of his story, is incredible. And so, and I know Sindil is about to say, I know Sindil brought this up about you brought them back just for them to lose to B tier main eventers. Here's the thing. You have to remember these two people are veterans. And I get where you are coming from, Sindil, but you have to understand too, this is about fueling the story. And you have to also remember, in this case, this is to determine who is the person that's next to carry this.
Yeah,
Zack Ryder,
passing of a torch, sort of.
Yes, deal. This is a passing of the torch match. And so even the same thing with like a Sheamus and Shinsuke, like those are legends.
Right.
And even the same thing with these things. It's like, yo, like, one, it's dope to see them included in this story. But also, two, for them to know where they are in life, of how to go like, hey, I want to put this person over. That's a big thing, because if anything, and even in watching the match, you could have seen Dolph say, hey, I'm gonna run you through the ropes. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna be the one that looks strong, and then you'll come out with a little sneak move, and we do this. No, it was a well-even match between the two of them, and it also made me think more of like Solo Sikoa's old NXT persona had came out when he was here. So that's what it does. Like, and again, you have a whole bunch of people sitting there. I know it's not ideal of what we want because of how we sit in our heads, but if you look at it, how many people are now talking about Matt Cardona? How many people are talking about Dolph Ziggler now? How many people are now going like, hey, bring them back. We want to see them back.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have not only them come back, but they don't have to come back as these characters. They get to come as how they want to come.
Right. And but those, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think, respectfully, of course, I think that you couldn't pick any better guys to do it. Matt Cardona has been the hottest thing in the Indies the last 5 years since he left WWE. And then to come back as Zack Ryder, one of the ultimate fan favorites in that social media era, you know, and then Dolph Ziggler, we know where he's been, and as Nick Nemeth. And I think of it, and Cindy, I think of it not so much a job. I think it's just a one-off, and it was for fun. And look, and you heard the crowd. It spoke for itself. That whole place was full.
Yep. And so what Honey just said, think about it. If it was to be like how y'all are saying it, then they would have had them come out as to who they are now.
Right.
You'd have saw Matt Cardona come out. Then you would have room to say why you're saying it like this because of that. But it's like, yo, these characters, if they're one-offs, why does it matter if they don't win?
Yeah.
Like I said on my watch along, y'all. Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, same difference.
Because I thought it too. I was like, why didn't you have him come like Zack Ryder? Like, why you didn't come out as Matt Cardona? But then again, if you're losing, it's like, oh, I get the like. Because again, remember, this is a side mission.
This is a Thanos snap somewhere. Somebody.
Yeah, this is what if. This is a what if. That's what all of John Cena's retirement tour is. It's a what if. And I think it's even doper of what we're not taking into account of like, yo, how dope are you to be able to play multiple characters in this?
And you can sort of see WWE using it because they got equity in those names.
Yeah,
for them and for for the WWE audience, you know. So you're familiar with the Zack Ryder if you haven't watched him on the Indies as Matt Cardona. You're familiar with Dolph Ziggler was just there how long ago? Not too. What the colorful NXT? He was there for that, right? So he hasn't been too far removed from WWE anyway. So man, you phrase it well.
We in a TKO era. So again, to say these two don't come back now comfortable in the skin that they in and thriving in. Like, yo, to be able, like, I would love to see a promo between them, like potentially saying, hey, we want to put LA Knight and Zack Ryder in a tag team, which would be hilarious. And I would feel like if they did that, and if they don't call them the Night
Riders,
I would be upset at that. Like, y'all talking. But I would love to see him pull a LA Knight like he did with Maxine Dupree. It was like, hey man, let's get one thing straight. That's my past. We here now. I'm Matt Cardona.
Right.
And that's all that's got to be said. And then he walk off. And it's like, yo, now that's it. Like, but we've seen what it was. It's like, yo, nah, bro, that's that. I'm done. Or even the same thing with a Nick Nemeth. Take a page out of Cody's book. While you're in a match, do your thing and then throw that shit out like, nah, bro, I'm Nick Nemeth now, man. That's the old we here now.
I mean, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm just like to like Bose and Sindil's point. Like when I first initially saw it, I felt the exact same way that y'all did. But as seeing it as the big picture, I'm like, I see what they did and I see how they protected them too and what they're doing now. And I just think that is a great job in storytelling when it comes to what Triple H and them were doing. I know I talk a lot of shit, but I also have to give credit where credit is due. Otherwise, why do this? But I thought it was just a great addition to the Time Is Now match. And now we talking about anything that ain't happened that should have happened. My client should have been in this tournament. I'm just saying. But hey, you know, it is what it is. But we're going to keep this thing pushing. Yeah.
I love you, ladies, but we gotta drop this. We gotta drop this.
Women's war game match story escalated a little bit further. Charlotte said she was out this past Friday on SmackDown. Now, is she back in? Is she? And
Charlotte, you were doing so well. You were playing well with others. You were doing so well.
I mean, I can justify what she's saying when it comes to Rhea, and it's a good thing too of her coming to Alexa's defense, which we know that's what this really was. Doesn't guarantee that she's going to be in the match, but it does show like, hey, I am here for you. I've thought about it, and I'm still riding with you. And to Sage G point, she is a Flair. But you can see where she is trying to find that balance, coming out to defend her friend when she was being attacked by Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and the Kabuki Warriors. The only highlight that came out of this for me is just Io's comedic timing is incredible.
Like, I love her.
Yeah, she's still adapting to the English language and trying to get wrong. Like, she's hilarious. But I just want to get y'all thoughts, Deonne. Like, where are you on the on this current women's war game story? Like, we're only 2 weeks out, and no, I don't even think 2 weeks. I think we're like 1 week.
9 days.
It's a week. Yeah,
we're a week out. So we got a SmackDown tomorrow. We got a Raw and then another SmackDown before War Games. Like, how do you feel about it currently where we are?
I don't know, man. Usually your War Games, like, and I'm sure we're going to talk about the men's one too. You have like connecting beefs, just the bill for this one though feels odd. I don't know. Great talent in the not tournament, in War Games, but it's just like, it's just it. I don't know, man. With 3 more shows before Survivor Series, maybe it can build up or ramp it up some. Maybe cause some tension between the I guess the babyfaces team. But I don't know, man. It feels like we're excuse me. It feels like we're having a war game for the sake of a war game. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't disagree, bro. Honey, same question.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it yet. I don't know what it is. It's missing something. So I'm just really praying on these next couple of weeks to pick something up, or for something to pick up within this story. Like, there has to be, like, when I get to this point in a storyline where WWE creative, this is the point where I'm stuck at, like, all right, what's the point of this? What's the point of this? And I understand that there's always, there's a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Like, I'm trying to figure, I think this is like the middle of the middle and the end, because, War Games would be the end. But I feel like it's going to kick off a lot of things after War Games. We're going to see a lot of friendships disbanded. We're going to see a lot of betrayals. There's always something crazy that happens at War Games that's shocking. And I think with this, I guess with the story being like this, something big has to happen in this match. I feel like with as slow as it has been, because it hasn't really picked up yet. And we all, like you said, we only have 9 days. But yeah, I'm just hoping that with this coming Monday and Friday, by this week, we get to something that maybe stirs the pot a little bit more. Because I'm not catching what they're throwing at me right now.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. It's the story don't have no. It just hasn't glued together. Like, you have several stories that don't make sense. And it's just like, and then with the remaining people who you bring in, like we saw Kabuki Warriors talking to Bayley. And it's like, okay, Bayley joined you to do what? And if not, even so, if Bayley joins the face team, then what? Like, who's Bayley's opposite?
Right. And then Rhea wanting to talk to AJ backstage.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, or Becky. It's just like, and then too, like, let's say we have a scenario where it is AJ Lee and Becky put into it now. It's like, okay, so is it about them now? Right. and the rest people kind of play background, because if you throw them two in, that's going to be what the main focus is, and EO jumping somewhere at crazy insane. And then that's it. It's just, this feels like, like the title of this episode, it feels like a lazy blockbuster. It's a whole bunch of big names and there's no story to it. I was about to say it was the Expendables, but the Expendables at least got a basic story.
Yeah.
You can get behind, like, okay, bad guy doing this, go get him.
Good guy comes up with team, go beat the bad guy.
Yeah. And it doesn't do nothing for a lot of these people, especially like even the Sendil throwing it in the comments about the Kabuki Warriors. Like, none of this makes sense. The Kabuki Warriors don't need to be in this. Not to say like they don't belong here, but it's like none of these stories are congruent enough to mix into a War Games.
Mm-hmm.
And Boza, no, that's not why it's it. We'll get into that when we do talk about Survivor Series. But it's not sticking. It really is feeling like what Sage said, pulling names out of a hat, and then let's go on. And then to that point, I would have rather you just said that. I would have rather you just said, hey, you know what? The women's War Game match, we're selecting some of the top women competitors to go head to head with one another in these matches. Here are your, treat it like Survivor Series. Here are your two team captains, Rhea Ripley and Asuka. And Asuka goes on to who she wants to pick to be in there. Then it's like you got the best of the best, and you still got kind of the best of both worlds. Okay, I got my Survivor Series type of feel with it, except the stipulation is it's War Games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got my powerhouse, I got my high flyer, I got my technicals, I got my main star attractions.
Yeah, right. Because Lash Legend is going to be in this, right? Like she's in it. This could be a really like strong coming out party, like a full.
It should be for her.
That's what I'm hoping for.
It should be.
She is the powerhouse in this match.
But also, too, you got to remember she's not by herself. So
for sure, but
is it that, or do we get another thing like Tiffany Stratton where Nia is the lead in this and she's the underling? Because that's what it's giving when they're there. Like, you're her muscle.
I'm trying to imagine Nia Jax needing the muscle, which is wild to think that she needs
that. Draws heat for sure.
But the reason why I say that is because y'all have not given us time to know what is this dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah,
y'all haven't shown anything except them running in on people. You haven't shown them talking to one another. You haven't shown us like where does this sit? Are they frenemies because of what happened at the match in NXT? Like, what is it?
Yeah,
they haven't explained that at all.
She did briefly explain it why she selected Lash Legend to be a part, like, it's because she gave her a good match in NXT, and she figured out that she could be a great asset to her. So
okay, there's the word. That's the word.
There you go. See what I'm saying? And so it's like, what does any of that have to do with any of the rest of the people who are here right now?
When what it should turn into is, I ain't nobody's asset, but if you want me around you, we're gonna be equals. But if not, if you got a problem, step to me. Like,
but we got to get to that. Now, if you're focusing on the now, where do they fit in? So it's like, okay, if you're a tag team, okay, so then why is a tag team teaming with the tag team champions? Wouldn't you be?
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what is it about Charlotte and Alexa that you're attacking them for? Then you have Io and Rhea who are just here for the sake of being here. Y'all have nothing else to do. They haven't given you anything else to do. Oh, just throw them in there. Which, again, it works because of who they are. Not saying it's not, but does that work here, or is it just lazy?
This one might be lazy because, I mean, we've had better War Games at NXT Black and Gold, like you guys know. At least better build-ups.
Yeah,
you can't say it's a better War Games yet because we got to see the match and what they're planning to do.
We do. Sendil, that's cool. That's great that Julia showed some character Friday.
I got one question before we move on. I got one. Is this given the storylines of all the women that are in War Games, is this sort of a excuse me, sort of I won't say indictment is a strong word of the women's division, like from a story standpoint? Like, we know Becky has had like strong stories, but just the women's roster in general, are their stories not as strong, or just showing like they're not as creative with these stories as they need to be to build a feud to have what, 4 or 5 people versus 5 at a Survivor Series?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but we've been talking about that though. There's not been great writing that isn't wrapped around the title.
Okay.
And even with the ones that are wrapped around the title aren't great stories. And I think it's also too, like we said, I think we had this conversation a while back when we said the difference in between NXT's women division and on Raw and SmackDown. You have a lot of more heads that you have to answer to. So it's like, hey, we want this person to be on TV. We want that person to be on TV. Then you have to go, okay, well, we have to make all of this room for the men's stuff that's being shown to make sure we take into accountability people's egos and what's going on with them. But also, too, it just really needs a big, like they've said before, a shakeup. To Bose's point, like, you need a draft. People need to be swapped around, and you need better storytelling in general. Like, everything right now is a okay product in all of Raw right now and SmackDown. Like, y'all are putting together, like, Raw was a great show, but it is medium storytelling.
Yeah, we need a little
very medium. Yeah, it's not like, oh wow, like I cannot, like, they have not captured me, they have not captured in a long time me going, I can't wait for next week's Raw. It has been a long time since you've gone, I cannot wait until next week's SmackDown. We ain't been left on no good cliffhangers. We have not had great closings. We've had okay storytelling. And if I'm wrong, let me know.
Nah, but like, yeah, you're right. There's no story that truly weaves throughout the night like it used to, like you said, those cliffhangers. Let's be honest, hadn't had those in a very, very long time.
No, we have not. And it's just, that's where we are. Like, it's crazy that, not to say crazy in a bad way, but it's like, it's very interesting to see that people's watch-alongs are what people are more excited about to be a part of than the actual show.
Yeah, now you just got me thinking about closing shows now, man. Like, back in the day, those closing shows used to be like chaotic, like those closing minutes, right? Some teaser for next week.
Yeah.
Now it's so, I won't say deflating. Yeah, I'll say it. It's deflating knowing what it used to sort of be like, and then seeing the credits pop up. It's just somebody in the ring like that, and it just fades to black. I'm like, man, that's something missing, man. Something like something missing. What's that?
It's dramatic.
A symbol on a Titantron. Something. Give me something.
The issue about it is that we're in a pivoting time. I'm not going to say people can't do their job in the creative room. We're at a pivoting time because they're still learning the wheelhouse of what TKO is demanding, still trying to figure out how to make this new format of storytelling. Like, how can we make quick, digestible stories, but also how can we make sure that we have long-term storytelling that goes throughout? And then having to deal and pivot with that on people's health, people's lives, and then on champions, on what needs to be who and who needs to be where, and then even shifting to what the reality is with socials. The only problem is that it's going at such a high rated speed that it's like, as I've said again, you need to be able to put in stuff and have an input from folks of different ages, different ethnicities, and in different industries. Like, you need comedy writers in here. You need sitcom writers in here to be helping you with some of this stuff, to go like, hey, this is how you want this character's story arc to go throughout the year. No matter what, here's the steps. You can plug it in with anyone that they dance well with and then let it go. But we're not seeing that. There's no, like, currently right now, there is no story right now that has anyone interest. Like, yo, I can't wait for next week to see what happens.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, oh, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna happen. That's gonna be cool. And then there's a lot of elements that you've taken away, that you don't harp on anymore. Like, when's the last time have you really given us the Wyatt Six's mythical element? You're not making our stuff into categories anymore. Like, you're not giving us full stories. Even like stuff with the drama. The drama is better on Twitter and Instagram than it is on the actual show.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Like, what happened to the stage stuff? What happened to really giving us personal type of rivalries? Like that stuff between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I'm like, yo, how was that the last time we saw a real? You have not seen a bitter rivalry in a while. Like, even the breakout on the main event of Raw was like, the highlight of it was CM Punk choking out Logan Paul.
That was my highlight.
Talking about anything else.
That was my highlight.
The police did not see him getting choked out.
That shit was hilarious.
It's hilarious, but also too, it's very kind of like, it's a terrifying thought of, wow, that was the only takeaway. How many? We know who came back. We know who got added to these matches. And that wasn't even the highlight of that. That says a lot about the current writing.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of writing, we have to take a short break because the next statement of that has been written for Deonne to say is coming. So we're going to give Deonne the stage. If you are just catching up and watching with us, Deonne was a no call, no show. He Beyonce'd us. No, he Lauryn Hill'd us. Deonne Hill.
He Stone Cold Deonne us. He Stone Cold Deonne.
Yep, Deonne Hill'd us. Was a no call, no show. And as his consequence, not punishment, but his consequence for that is that he has to say 3 statements that have been written by Honey. Again, I was gonna have him say all 3 at the beginning, but Honey's sadistic side, decided we're gonna do it throughout the entire episode. But I would say I was surprised by this, but when I saw that she had people's mug shots as pictures hanging on her wall, I'm like, this is right up her alley. Right up her alley right here. I was like, she knows what she's doing.
Oh yeah, I do. I really do. It's so funny. Jimi Hendrix, Mick Jagger, Kurt Cobain. I had Frank
Wait,
Sinatra.
really?
Yeah, she has their real mugshots as pictures.
The whole way, yeah, the whole way. I bought them for Patrick, all his favorite musicians. Yeah.
With that being said, Deonne, I give the stage to you for the second statement.
That's a good one. Take it in.
The preference is hilarious. In my honest opinion, Cody's gear is pretty damn mid.
It's trash. No, I'm kidding. I actually think his gear is pretty damn good.
Can't believe
Pretty damn mid.
Can't believe you think it's mid, Deonne. Wow. That's
I didn't know that. I mean, your whole name's the people's nightmare. I had no idea. I could have sworn I've seen you wear a Cody shirt too, like on the show many times.
Yeah. Doesn't he have a whole logo kind of?
I think you do. Yeah. Yeah, you got a whole logo.
All right. Next story, man. The time is now. And I think this is the perfect picture because Deonne is definitely Javon Evans in the last scenario that just happened. Honey is Gunther, and I'm just a ref. Just...
Yep.
The ring general has returned and put that ass to the ground. Javon Evans
return with the OG music too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Returning with the OG music. I just want to get we'll start with Deonne. Deonne, thoughts on the return of Gunther and this match between him and Javon Evans. Thoughts on Javon Evans' performance and the return of Gunther.
No, that's a big thing for Javon, man. It's again more eyeballs on Raw. Hopefully you tune in on NXT and see him there. But I think that the rocket strapped to that kid's back. And they know it.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Gunther back, I mean, it's like he never left, man. And the fact that he's in this tournament, I don't know how is ranked or tiered or bracketed, but
we're in the
he looks good.
now. We're in the
He looks
quarterfinals.
good. Okay, he looks good to run through this thing, man. Hasn't lost a step. Probably was a good thing he got some time off too. And yeah, just having the OG theme song back too was like, okay, this is who we getting tonight. No, fun match, man. Again, I love it every time we can get like some NXT talent on Raw. Just in case if you don't watch NXT, after seeing what Javon Evans can do, you'll tune in on a Tuesday night. So it helps the whole brand of WWE and just giving the NXT talent a chance to be on Monday Night Raw, live, Netflix, big stage, Madison Square Garden. That's huge for them, man, especially for Javon Evans. So, no, I thought this was great. It did what it needed to do, and Javon Evans should be main roster bound sometime. Man, I'm not saying sometime soon, but once he gets there, that rocket's on his back.
Yeah, man. And we are now moving into the quarterfinals. Gunther will either take on Carmelo Hayes, Sikoa, or Penta, as well as you still have Jay Uso will either take on LA Knight, Rusev, or Sheamus. So we have again those shaping up into some pretty good matches, man. But honey, your thoughts on Gunther's return and Javon Evans' performance?
Oh my God. Well, I expected nothing less from Javon Evans. That kid's going places. He really is. He's extremely special. He has such a gift in that ring and a young knowledge already early of the business. And he's going to be going places real soon. So many people in the locker room are very high on him, as they should be. And the crowd loves him too. Happy to have the ring general back. Always happy to have Gunta back with us. Love the OG music. Not sure if I'm feeling the robe thing. I missed the jacket, I missed like the general jacket. Like I kind of feel like that's Gunther in his full form, but hey, he regardless of what he's wearing, he's still gonna come in and whip that ass. And that's exactly what he came to do, and he did it. Looked very confident. I'm just happy to have him back. But great match overall and great performance by both of them.
Hey man, doing this thing. Same thing with Javon Evans, man. Like I said, I just need to see him in more key matches to show that he will be someone that can carry this brand, and he keeps showing why. So like I enjoyed the match, and we'll keep seeing it. But y'all already knew I said Gunther was my pick to be John Cena's final match. Like it's gonna be that's gonna be the guy, and if not, maybe Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight.
Those
are my three. Either the three of them that would just do so much for them. So, but go ahead, Deon.
Did Cena and LA Knight never had a singles match? They tagged together, right?
They tagged.
Yeah,
they never went up
and he
against
helped
each
him
other.
out, and he lifted his arm up for him on his way out.
Okay, that could be something you could run back. But yeah, I was just curious. I was like, I don't think they ever squared up against each other. I thought they teamed up. So that's all.
Yeah. But continuing on to Monday Night Raw, we have a new Intercontinental Champion in Maxine Dupri. With the help of a distraction from the returning AJ Lee. So, thoughts on our new Intercontinental Champion? Did they get it right? Or could something else have been done different? Honey, let's start with you.
I mean, they got it right to give her the title. They've only been bigging up Maxine for the last couple months so far, there had to be a big payout for it. And it was great. It happened at MSG and, in front of her family and friends and people she knew. It was definitely a moment. This shit made me smile, honestly. I smiled big for her. I was very, very happy for her. Seeing the reaction of Otis and Tozawa in the back was cute too. And she has such a great support system, with all the work that she's done in the dungeon and everything like that. She's worked on her craft. She's improved immensely. And yeah, man, this is a payoff of all her hard work. And to beat Becky, I mean, I know it was caused by a distraction by AJ Lee, but Becky being the horsewoman and the man that she is, she should have known better than to look away. And that was her biggest mistake. Sorry, Becky, I love you, but shout outs to Maxine on this one. I really like this one for her.
Deonne?
Very similar to what Ani said. This was again, it was a fun. If you went to MSG, you went home happy. I felt like for this one, and every match pretty much felt that way. This one in particular, like I said, we've been getting the build up to this, and now we get the payoff for it. There's no title involved in anything that AJ and Becky do now, which is pretty dope. But it also gives that title up. Let's see, somebody else can run and sort of build out the rest of this division for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And again, I think Maxine, these last few months, man, we've talked about it before. We rooted for her. Her in-ring's gotten so much better. And now she's a champion by the end of this year. I think we may have even asked that if she become champion by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And to see that it happened by hook or crook, she's a champion. And again, just a great moment. Again, but then also after that, we get more story with AJ and Becky. So win-win-win here, man. Like everybody won in this scenario. We get a new face, we get a title change. Hopefully more women will be able to go after this title a little bit now. I feel like Maxine might defend it more on TV. You never know. But yeah, this was just a good moment, man. Because when we first saw Maxine, I don't think we thought this. And we didn't have this title, but I don't think we saw this. And she's proven everybody wrong. And even I thought that. I was like, yep, she proved me wrong. Because I was like, there's that bandwagon. Slow down. I'm gonna hop on it.
Yeah, man. A lot of people didn't believe it would happen. I said I could see it coming before the end of 2025. It was the right pull. I think Becky Lynch did a fantastic job of helping build her up to build a believable champion. And I think Maxine stepped up to the plate to show why she should be able to hold that belt. Even now, doing content with it on social media, just again showing why making her that is the right choice. And I think it is a good transition for a lot of people who are currently there that are not getting shown to be shown, because I think one of her at least next ones should be Ivy Now. I think her and Ivy Now should have a rivalry.
She's been quiet.
Yeah, with the help of Natty in the dungeon, you start to see where that technical prowess, like we can really put that to rest when it comes to Maxine. It's like, no, I don't just do the backwards worm type shit. Like, yo, I can go now. I can really go. Oh, I only have one gripe. You need a finisher, Maxine, because that body splash, wasn't it? I don't know why they had you in the match like that. But I'm going to need you to get you a good finisher outside of just the ankle lock. Like, I need you to get one that puts them flat on their ass. And then after that, it's complete. We got a complete superstar, Maxine.
Make a finisher that puts them on their ass and then turns into a submission. I mean, she got
if need be. Like, I want something that knock them out, like where she can do that.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm not being picky, Boza. Who doesn't have two finishers? I don't fucking look, that girl weighed 3 pounds. I'm not believing that a body splash is what's gonna keep Becky Lynch pinned down. I'm sorry.
It's got to be called like the ultimate or the atomic splash.
Something.
If you name it that,
then it's
you can get a 3 count. You can get a 3 count.
You can get a 3 count.
Right.
But that was just kind of a normal, like, okay. I was expecting her to hit that splash, get up, and then do her finisher and complete it out.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I'd have took a roll up and said, but I get it. The United States, they got that. Most of they got one. She's the IC title. That's I don't know. I don't know what that meant, but yeah, man. Shout out to her. I think it just overall, this was one of the best parts of Monday Night Raw. Is just being able to see, as we said, like getting a lot of those folks that are back there, especially in the women's division, more shine like this. Like I really hope that we get to see her defending the title on Monday Night Raw a lot. It doesn't have to be every Monday or anything like that, but like give her a real rivalry that she can have and showcase like, hey, we don't just need the 4 horsewomen here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are the next generation and we know how to go. Now, I will say one thing, and we'll talk about this probably on a later show, but we need an invasion. And I need, by the end of this next WrestleMania, I need a lot of those women on the NXT roster to get moved up. Because this right now, what's circulating with a lot of them now not getting as much screen time like a Rhea or a Io, having that NXT roster up there of women,
shake things up, boy. Just
that would be incredible. Like like
the women's.
I want to see that because you got a lot of folks who have been there who are veterans like a Zelina Vega who need something like that to be able to go against and show like, oh, she is a staple. Like, yeah, duh. We've been telling y'all that.
Where you been at?
Where you been? But shout out to Maxine Dupree, man. She deserves it. Couldn't ask for a better way for her to get it. And she got to do it in front of someone that she looks up to, just like the rest of that locker room with AJ Lee. So shout out to Maxine, our new Intercontinental Champion. And then we move into NXT. Like I said, we will talk about Survivor Series in a bit, but I want to get to NXT. We are in the gold rush where titles are on the line in 2 weeks in a row. And shocking storylines to end NXT Gold Rush. Izzy Dame betrays Tatum Paxley and cost her the title. Who didn't see this coming? Oh, you mean he was dead the whole time? JC Jane is a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Thoughts on this? Honey, let's start with you. Oh, no, with Deonne. You sound like you.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like you pretty much set this one up and finished this one for us. I mean, the most obvious we saw coming. We saw it coming. We saw it coming, I guess. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Honey, it's all yours.
I don't like that it made JC Jane a 2-time champ, but I understand why that had to happen. And I've been waiting for Izzy Dame to do this. It was just a matter of time. And I don't know why they didn't do this sooner. Instead of wasting our time having them in the ring trying to tell her you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Just do what you did this past Tuesday. Kick her right in the face and just let her know. Like, no, I'm the one that needs to be holding that title. That's her lane, I feel like, Izzy Dame. And so when it happened, I was just like, there it is. Thank you. Why have you guys been holding out on me for so long? But here we are. Congrats, JC, whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. I didn't know.
That's
yeah, I don't like.
That's her quote. It is what it is. That's what she said. That's what she does. That's funny. We saw it coming. We knew it was coming. Mm-hmm.
I just also think that we don't care. Because we knew it was coming. I guess it's really just one of those, okay, so what is the backlash on this? What does this turn Tatum into?
Right. What do we go unhinged with Tatum? Because honestly, the whole playful and friendly ain't working out. Honestly, it wasn't for me.
So it's transitional. You know what it really is? It's what's crazy about it is this is the first time I've seen where it's like we're just trying to get through the end of the year.
Mm.
Like this has been
Very
more
much
than of like, hey man, we gotta close this out. When we get to January gonna be much different. But right now we just trying to close stuff out and kind of keep y'all on y'all toes, but not really. Cause just the thought of those stories on NXT just got me.
Boy,
Yawning. Oh, excuse me.
man,
Because even the stuff with like Oba wanting a rematch at Deadline, I'm like, okay. And a Trick Williams coming back out and be attacked by Miles Bourne, like, okay. Yeah. So what does Miles Bourne want to shot the title? Like, okay.
You should have done that a few months ago. And Trick had titles.
Yeah, and it's just, and then the thing for me, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to see Oba lose to solidify Ricky. Like Oba had an out. Like, why are we back?
He did. Yeah, you're right. He did. He had an out. You're right.
Yeah, and it's like, or are you finna cut Ricky's title short and then send him up?
Send Ricky up instead of Oba.
I don't see why this match has to happen.
Me neither. Not really.
Like the story, like for me, the story don't sit well. Like this could have been one of those where Ricky didn't even have to necessarily perform at Deadline. He could really just be out in commentary for the Iron Survivor Challenge to see who his next opponent is.
The next one, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think this was necessary. But to Bose's point, it has this feeling like he has to defend it at Deadline. And it's like, okay. Again, it just feels like we have to put something together and then this is what we're doing. But I'm like, I feel like I don't, and again, I don't see what the end game is. I know we shouldn't always be on that type of view, but it's just like, I don't see what was the reasoning for them to have a rematch. Because it's going to hurt one of them. And I don't need Oba to start looking like he's unstoppable or can't get the job done with like certain people.
Especially looking the way he looks now.
Exactly. And then for Ricky, I'm just like,
Ricky's gonna beat that.
Right. And it's just like for me, I can't see Ricky taking an L and losing another title so quickly. So it's just like, so what, are y'all finna set it up to where somebody interferes and costs Oba the title? And if so, who? There's no one there where it's like, oh, this is finna make sense to cost that.
Yeah, you're right. They had an out with Oba. They had a chance to be like, hey, you're going. But I don't know if if there's like a system in place. Funny to say that, but a system in place for like, when is a draft? Who gets called up? When do they call them up? Because we're supposed to have like a draft like 3 times by now. And we've seen nothing. So I don't know if it's just an uncertainty of that.
That or Boza does pose a point. What if TNA interferes during that match?
Yeah, true, because after all of that happened, TNA kind of been quiet, in regards to.
Well, they also cost Mike Santana his championship.
Exactly. So that's all the more reason for them to. That's incentive, I guess.
Boza may be right. That may be what they do.
I just don't want this to look like the way it looked when Oba went up against the Dawn and shit.
I don't need that twice.
I don't want that. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm looking at Boza's comments about HBK. HBK, like, I gotta put on a show too, and these are the best people I got, and on Tuesdays or whatever. Like, they're gonna be ready for Mondays and Fridays, but right now there's still a show he has to put together. And he knows who his talent is, man. Like, you gotta make this show happen.
And it's like you really can. Like there's still so much storytelling for me that just ain't being done where it could be done. It's like, bro, you got so much amazing stuff you could be telling right now, and it's like, why are y'all not telling it? And again, I can't sit here and necessarily tell them what to do when it comes to this, but it's like, yo, like y'all got a lot of options that y'all not utilizing whatsoever when it comes to this stuff. But it's like that's just me when it comes to it. But one also big thing that we found out is that hey, I asked for it, and some reason it keeps happening. I said The Rock, and what happened? And I said if we don't get John Cena on NXT at least once, we have dropped the ball. Can I get to it, honey? Can I get to it? Can I get to it though? Can you knew that's what I was setting up for? Can I get to it? Fuck it, we here now, man. All right, since she just had to show the picture off. Do we get an interaction with him and Joe Hendry? I'm starting with Deonne first because you did that. I'm starting with Deonne first. What are the chances we see Joe Hendry and John Cena in the ring together? And do we possibly get a match?
See, that's where we're being greedy. I was thinking the same thing. We're being greedy.
I want to be greedy.
I was like, that's where we're going to be greedy. But no, I think this is the point in time to do it. This is a great opportunity, probably the only opportunity to do it. Joe Hendry's been popping up everywhere. Let's let him pop up somewhere while Cena's doing this Iron Survivor competitors, selecting them. So, yeah, I think it happens. A match, how cool or how dope would it be to see Cena wrestle in NXT next week? Give it a 70% chance, man. 70% chance. Nah, that's too high. 65. Damn, I want to see it though.
I want to see it. I want to see it. You know what might happen? Not even gonna lie. You know what might happen? We could get another 6-man tag match.
Can we tag? Can he tag with Hendry?
Hendry, Cena, Oba versus Trick, Ethan Page. Who's one more heel?
Is Oba not is considered a heel?
He's still a face.
By what metric?
He's closer to anti than he is full face heel. Because remember, he hasn't attacked anybody or did anything to where it makes him heelish or turned against the crowd.
Yeah, he's kind of a tweener.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those two, Trick, Ethan. You know what? And I know people may get upset about this. Man, throw Lexus King in there. Throw Lexus King in there. I could see him coming out during John being out here, especially with naming Iron Survivors. Like, that's how you get them to come out.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
but again, I am being greedy. I will say that.
Right.
To Bose's point, I am being very greedy. And I'm just, but again, I'd rather say it and it happened so I could just continue to say, hey, I know y'all hear me. Put me on the payroll.
For sure.
Just being great, but I'm just glad that we will hear John Cena's music played in the Orlando Performance Center.
That's wild.
That's gonna be dope.
That's wild. John just
before he leaves, I was like, you gotta grace the black and platinum brand. Please, you got to step foot in there. So we shall see what's gonna happen. But as I said, come on.
Like it's right there, y'all. This is the only time to do it. To do something.
I like the idea of that tag. I love the idea of the tag.
I want it.
Yeah,
that's easy work. Like
give me something.
And it's literally like full circle for Joe Hendry. Like that's his dream opponent or dream partner in any sense. It's a dream of his to have Cena in the same ring with him, at least before he goes. And it's just so ironic to me that Chris Van Vliet drops a a clip of an interview of him talking with Joe Hendry in regards to having a match with John Cena.
Yeah.
And how confident he would be in getting one. Can we fit one more match in there?
I think he can.
I think he can. For the sake of this and for the sake of the fans, that's a big freaking deal. And we need that. I need that. I want that. John,
Bo's, I'm gonna do my best to do a watch party. I'm gonna do my best to do a watch party. I just gotta make sure my schedule is good. And Honey is welcome to join me on that day.
The minute I see it, I'm jumping on this motherfucker. You know that.
I'm on here. Fuck that. We talking.
Talking all my shit.
But man, we still talking about Cena, man. This is just a Cena-sode, if you will. Anybody? No.
Cena-sode. Like it. Proceed. Don't judge me.
Yeah, because it's so much, but still missed her.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. We love you, Honey.
We love, man.
Let's get Survivor Series, man. We got three matches that we know are solidified, man. John Cena defending the IC title, something I thought I'd never say in 2025, and I don't think any of us saw that coming. Taking on the greatest luchador, the greatest Mysterio, the greatest Guerrero to come through the entire lineage of all luchador wrestler. Dominic Mysterio gets his rematch for the IC title. Those are there is 4, but it's not set up fully, so there's no reason for us to say that it's confirmed yet, because the women's war game match is not fully set up. This match does, and Boza's question, I think Boza asked this, or Brendan in the chat asked this question, but does John Cena walk out of the WWE with the IC title, or does Dominic become Dirty 2 belts yet again?
Dirty 2 belts has a ring to it, though.
Man, Honey, you want to go?
You go first.
I thought it would be kind of dope if the winner of the tournament became IC champion. But then I started thinking about, like, if that's somebody's first IC title on John Cena's farewell night, like, I won't say it overshadows it, right? Like, Cena's retirement is the be all end all, but it's a good thing to have sort of a little prize at the end. Yeah, I get to face John Cena, and it just happens to be Intercontinental title match on Sunday Night Main Event. But what did I say? Sunday? Mm-hmm. Man, changed the whole branding.
Sunday Night Main Event.
But I thought it'd be like a really good prize at the end. You beat John Cena, you get the title, you celebrate, but like, it's his retirement. You got to roll out of the ring and give it to him. Like, it's his night. So I'm thinking after that, I think Dirty Dom, Cena became a Grand Slam champion. That we checked that box. Dirty can get this title back at Survivor Series, man. So are we picking? We're not picking, are we? Right now, are we?
I mean, you can say it, yeah, if you want to. I mean, we'll still do like a thing.
Yeah, I still think Dirty Dom might walk out of here with this one. Just so there's no title, I guess, with the tournament, but I still do think it would be really dope to have a title for his tournament on Saturday Night Main Event. If that makes any sense.
Okay. Jack's Packet, I'm with you on that, bro. But I don't see Sheamus winning the tournament, just because I know he said John wants it to be handing the passing of the torch to somebody. I just don't see that being Sheamus be's the end of the road for this tournament. But I definitely want to see him become a Grand Slam champion as well. And I think he still could take it off. Yeah, and he could take it off of Dirty Dominic if he wanted to. But I'm also picking, the Dirty Dominic to become the IC champion at War Games, either by interference or playing dirty somehow. Like he gets his title back. But if not, I'm not mad at how either way this goes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, I'm here for the ride. Honey, your thoughts?
I would go with Dom this time, but I'm actually not going to. I'm choosing Cena because, quite on the contrary to what Deonne said, Saturday Night Main Event, December 13th, I would have to slightly disagree that it's Cena's night. It's been Cena's year. He's had a whole last final year. This night for Saturday Night Main Event is about who he faces and ushering in the future. And also having the Intercontinental title. Remember, we've talked about this extensively in previous episodes, where the Intercontinental title used to be looked at as the title to let you know that the future is coming and this person is going to carry the future, the brand in the future. So I personally believe that it would be poetic if John Cena keeps this title. He already knows that he can outsmart Dirty Dom, unless Dirty Dom has a different trick up his sleeve, but John Cena's been in there with the best of them. And, in this case, this old dog always has new tricks, and John Cena, I think he is going to retain, and Dom's going to move on to bigger, better things.
Again,
This is a win-win, man. This is a
win-win. I'm not really tripping on how this goes at all.
I mean, but honey, you did put it perfectly though, with the title being in play for the tournament and passing that off, and like, hey, this is a workhorse title, right? Mm-hmm. Even though Cena just got it, he was a workhorse for 20 plus years.
Yes.
So you're right. I like the picture that paints for that. And it's got to be the future, right? So who's going to be where's that future leading?
Who's next up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, we got this.
We already know who's winning. We already.
Do we graphics though?
Do we though? I do love
the graphics. It really does, yeah.
War type shit, like Raw's War.
Yeah, like the old Titantron or something like that.
I like it. I wouldn't mind that being like a display at War Games, but I know they're just gonna do straight Titantron.
Yeah, just put on the screen. Put on screen.
This match. Now I know you said we know who winning, but WWE has been known to throw curveballs.
Yes, that's true, and it just hit me. It just hit me.
So, with that lingering, where does this match sit for you now? Is it I'm going to the bathroom, or is it, hey, I really now got to tune and watch this because of what might happen?
I'm going to watch it because of what might happen for sure. I'm not going to the bathroom in this one.
And I think Stephanie McCure is must-see TV no matter who she's in there with, too. Mm-hmm. That's a superstar. Like, you tune in for a superstar.
Right.
So even if she's going up against Nikki Bella, come on. They better not. That's all I have to say.
You know where my head's going, right? Because I'm already thinking about it. This with what they do, Nick. I can't. It's probably gonna happen.
Hey man, I'm just saying. What happened? This ain't I don't think this is a one where you can be like, oh, we know what's gonna happen type match.
Are we gonna say the words? Those two words?
I mean, you can say it.
I don't want to say it. It might happen.
Nah, go ahead and say it so we can blame you if it happens.
Nope. Joe Hendry.
That's Joe Hendry's gonna pop up and interfere in this particular match.
Just saying. Something magical is gonna happen.
Not with this one, man. No.
I don't want it to. It shouldn't happen on someone like Stephanie. But it could.
Right, it could.
Triple H wants to piss us off. He will with that.
Just saying.
It just so happens she recently made the other one made a statement that she possibly has one more run left in her.
Oh, no, please, God, no.
Please God, no. Not please God.
That's how you feel, D?
I really do. I'm sorry. If I got to hear her theme music, man, and hear her scream out,
I can't stand the start of that song. It
oh my
bothers me
goodness.
so much. I
If
can't.
I got to hear that, and if I got to hear her scream mode, I'm like, no, we're not behind this. Nobody in this arena is behind this.
Or buying it.
You not ready to hear?
You're like click.
You not ready for it to come out into the top flannel?
No, nope.
Oh man!
I'm like Tracy Morgan in the car on Cop Out. Nope.
Boza, to be honest, I would prefer that more than to let them go for the tag team titles.
That makes more sense. It makes more sense for them.
Yeah. We gonna see. But this is the one I want to talk about. Let's expand on this. Now, I really want to know. Is this a blockbuster match or is this lazy?
Honey, you want to take it?
Where are we with this men's war game match? In case y'all, for those that don't know, we have WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, along with the Tribal Chief, the Usos, and CM Punk taking on the Visions, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, with Drew McIntyre, and now, which hilarious, Brock Lesnar in the front of everything.
Why is Cody in the front?
I'm going to say this. I don't even think he should have been in this match. He should not. Because we talked about it with the women's. There's an equal beef. Okay. Just looking at this poster now. Who's been putting up with the Vision all year, it feels like? CM Punk and the Usos, right? That's pretty much been it. Maybe throw Roman in. Yep, Roman too, because they wrestled them.
Well, they all, I will say, they all have had the interaction with the Vision. Even Cody.
Yeah.
Even Cody.
Yeah, but I will say, like, oh, I know he's in the tournament, but I would have switched LA Knight for Cody Rhodes. Because again, that's more connective tissue for me, at least, with the other side over there too. Drew just hates everybody, man. That's fine. Brock was, again, we don't have Seth, so who can we fill with that spot? But he has had no beef with anybody for a while. He has been here to do anything.
He only fought Cena. That's all he's done.
That's all he's done.
Yeah, but you got to think about it too. Is he's a Heyman guy. So this is the Heyman favors being brought in, and we know Seth Rollins also being hurt changed a lot of stuff too.
But here's the thing: if you're telling me to make a blockbuster war games with the roster I have, this is probably what I would have done.
Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily disagree with the choosing of them.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is, how does this work when they're all in there?
Lord have mercy.
You got a lot of ego in this match.
Who eats the pin?
That's one of the biggest things. Who eats the pin? Who goes in first?
And who wins? Who's the last one? You know.
And also, they gonna need some way bigger cages to have all of them in there.
Lord have mercy.
Big ass dudes.
That's the case that Brock ought to be last.
Bro, you can't. Brock, Drew, and Braun in that small ass cage.
And Bronson Reed and Logan Paul gonna be like this.
Yeah, those cages are gonna be so much bigger.
That's why I'm just like, you throw this out, it's like, how is this gonna work?
How big are them cages?
Here's the
Yeah, I said that too, Jeffrey, that Brock was going there first.
Now I thought about it. That boy gonna be winded.
Who?
Brock.
Who let?
That's the whole point, though. Like even on a winded thing, once you got everybody in there, he can take a break.
Not true, I guess. Okay.
Either way,
it's how they book Brock too, man. Like we just saw him destroy Cena, like that. If he gets in here and just starts slinging people, like I imagine they could do that, where he doesn't get winded, he doesn't take too many bumps, where he just destroys like he usually does. I hope it's not that linear of a match, but they could do some stuff like that, man. They usually throw stuff like that for Brock Lesnar at us.
Because we know who's going in first on the opposite team, and that's Jimmy.
Brock is probably going to he's probably going to take something from each and every one of the other members. He's going to take that double super kick from the Usos. He's going to get a Spirit. He's going to get a Cody Cutter and maybe a Crossroads or here or there, and GTS as well.
But see, even what you saying with that, you still have Logan Paul,
still in the ring,
Bronson Reed, and Drew McIntyre
carry the match,
right? And that's why I say this is where you start to kind of see of like, how is this going to gel together? Like, do you like, because even in the scenario, what we're thinking now, Brock goes in first, Jimmy is in there first, Jimmy's getting manhandled, Jay got to go in there to save his brother. Now they're jumping Brock, but Brock's still kind of holding his own. Then let's say you send in Logan Paul first to go in, or Bronson Reed, maybe even Braun Breaker, because of, like the Steiner history and stuff like that. Now you're still dealing with from an ego side, because when does Roman go out? Does CM Punk get his lick back and hold him to not go in? And then you got your champion too. When does your WWE champion go in? Or does he go in first with Brock? Like, it's a lot of like,
not sure.
How is this gonna work? And not in a bad way where it's like, I need to know how this plays out.
Yeah.
But it's one of those where this can either go incredibly right or this is gonna incredibly fuck up.
Yeah. And not for nothing, I think what's bothering me the most is that I've seen the same War Games team on the left. The only difference is you take out Cody and you put in Sammy.
That's it.
True.
Like, how many times are we gonna keep making this team?
Somebody needs to betray somebody on these teams. Somebody needs to come. And Logan Paul, I will say, he will probably be an X factor in this match.
And honestly, I know I shouldn't say it like this, the tribal chief didn't need to be here. That could have been LA Knight.
I thought we wasn't going to see him till Christmas anyway.
I mean,
you're right. That could have been LA.
Yeah. Because he's in that storyline. Again, Cody makes sense because he's here normally and he's dealt with them. This could have been where LA Knight was at.
Yep.
And where you actually have a real story. The only big one that's pointed out is Paul, but it's because, it's Brock, but because he's a Paul Heyman guy. And if you decide to make all of this the vision, then you're really working with something. But it's just like, it's this has a lot of potential to be either incredible or incredibly bad.
It's gonna be touchy because you're thinking Brock goes out first. I'm thinking he's last.
That cage. But does he clean house? Like that's the thing of like, we've never seen Brock in this type of matchup where you got to play well with others. And so it's like that thing, like, where do we set up spots when it comes in? What happens when Roman comes in? Like, it's just like, this is big, but I'm just not as confident in WWE's current writing for this to be told properly. Had you given me this during the Attitude Era, I'd have been like, yo, you got Jim Ross and all of them there? Like, this finna be in. Like, this gonna be up there with that 6-man Armageddon Hell in the Cell match.
Mm-hmm.
But with how they're currently writing, I'm not confident yet.
Yeah, and that you made me think about like an Attitude Era War Games for some reason. So I need to put that in the back of my mind. But no, looking at this, we already talked about it a little bit, like we said with the women's, right? Just star power, they got it, great. But you're right. Like, how does this match? How will it flow with all these big names in it? And God, you made me forget my thought because I'm still thinking about this Attitude Era War Games, man. That you just threw. I'm thinking like, who would I book for that? Damn, I had a point. I got nothing. I lost it.
I'm sorry, sir.
Nah, it's all right, man.
But we gonna see. But any final thoughts on this, though, honey? Your final thoughts on this before we do move on? Just
I better make this good because I'm not feeling it. Both War Games matches. I really hope something comes out of this. Like, I'm not sure. I just need gratification when I'm watching these matches. This is War Games. Like,
yeah. And then too, with like everything that's already a part of this, because it's what we're probably not gonna have no more than maybe 5 matches. So you only got like one more match to fill in. With the 2 women's war game matches, 3 other matches in the middle. Sorry. Just thinking of that Stephanie McCurry and Nikki Bella match. Just,
man, come on.
Got me sleeping. Sorry. And then you only probably get one more match. But those 2 matches, all jokes aside, are big matches. Still, you know, like Nikki Bella is a legend to somebody, and Stephanie McCurry is the champion. And then you got John Cena and Dominic Mysterio as well, in Dominic's hometown. So it's like these war games has to be able to balance this out. Like, they have put so much pressure on their shoulders as to where you could make Survivor Series one of the best PLEs of the year.
That's right.
Oh, go ahead, Phil. I don't want you to lose it.
No, you were talking about, like, excuse me, like story with this. The last 2 years, and just thinking about it, we know we've had a lot of Survivor series, a lot of war games. But from a story standpoint, the last 2 years have been like flawless. Even though they were bloodline related, they told a story that worked, but it was a story that built over, I feel like, months of heat with the people who they went up against. And then when they got back together, it made sense on that end. This, I wish there was like maybe 2 more weeks before Survivor Series, just to build some tension between the babyface team, in order to solidify or build some tension between the heels team, just so we can get what ideas we have going in there. They got 1-2 shows tops to do that for us before War Games starts. If Cody comes in and he messes up and CM Punk pushes him, like, we could have did this for like 2 weeks to add some more tension to it. It's rushed, obviously, moved around because of injury and stuff like that. But yeah, another good 2 weeks, man. I think we would have felt differently about this one. But we're 9 days away, and boom, they were like, "Hey, here it is.
Y'all take this shit."
Yeah, like, we'll do what we can in between time. But hey, it's still gonna happen on Saturday. So
yeah,
it's gonna happen regardless. So
it's gonna happen regardless of how we feel about it. That shit's happening,
and we still gonna watch it.
But like I said, though, it has the capability of being, again, the best PLE of the year, or going horribly wrong. And I think it really is to try to combat blood and guts from AEW. As much as they act like they don't or whatever, them 2 matches was insane, men and women. So as much as we made some of us may not be on the gory side, those were 2 incredible matches. And
back in the day, I could take it, but
It's not for everybody. And again, I'm not a big blood and guts type of person like that. Not saying like the show, but I'm not a big like gusher type of look. Like I'm not always about that. Like I don't mind seeing it any other time, but it's like, like if you're gonna do it fine. But I'm definitely not one of those people.
Yeah, that whole fork to the forehead until it. It's like I'm out.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, wrap this up.
Quick tap.
I could watch a whole Saw movie and be fine, but I'll see that and I'll be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Seeing Swerve with a syringe in his cheek, I'm like,
it's a little wild for me.
Didn't they try to drown somebody a month ago?
Mm-hmm. Set somebody on fire. I'm like, okay, all right, y'all. I get where you go. It's just that
suffocate Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. So, but we'll see what's gonna happen. But we'll talk more about Survivor Series next week as well as we move to get towards it. November 29th. It could be either epic or epically shitty. So we will find out. But you know what ain't shitty? Getting into this third and final statement that Deonne will have to be making as a part of his consequences for being a
you got that, say this one slow and look right at the camera.
Okay.
Just look at you.
You know what? Maybe Cody shouldn't have finished his story.
Did you hear that?
I know that hurt the most. That was the most hurtful. That's the one that took him out. He's like, all right.
Man. High five, counts. We did it. We did it.
You did it.
I did it. But we both did, conspire.
We conspired, but man, you took it to new heights. You took it to new fucking heights. I'm like, shit.
The
whole show.
Y'all forget. I said it earlier this year when we started this. I'm a slow revenge kind of gal. Can you wait and just bring that up real quick? We've been about to be going on a year doing this kayfabe.
Are we?
By January, February, then we started after the new year.
Man, I'll be high. I don't remember when we started still.
Yeah, that was before we did them before Xander was here, I think.
Yeah, you were getting ready to have Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember we sat and we were like, you were planning on when you wouldn't be there, and we were trying to figure out what to do while you were on paternity leave for here. And shit.
It's getting up. It's coming close.
It's coming close, yeah. We'll have to figure out what to do for our 1 year anniversary then.
Yeah.
And especially now being on episode 53. 53 episodes. We're gonna keep this shit going. But yeah.
I hope your statements made you feel better than when you came on, Deonne. I really do. I hope you leave with something positive from those statements.
Are we done? Is that how we closing it? Or we got more?
That's how we gonna close it. We'll close it like that. We have a writer's room we're gonna jump into, but we're already hitting the 2-hour mark. So I think that's just the way you had to make the statement. I don't think there's a better way to close it. But we will be coming up with our own. We have 3 things that we're gonna do, and I want to say it on here so I don't forget it, and Honey doesn't forget it either. And here, we're gonna
ask again.
We're going to do 3 writers' rooms. One is going to be coming up with who should be in Deadline. And I think it'll be cool for to hear John Cena's first and then come up with ours. And then we will also do a Attitude Era War Games match. Because I like that you came up with that. We gotta do that in the writers' room. And then in January, we're doing the draft. We're doing the draft, but in a different way.
Wait, what's the different way?
Kayfabe draft is back.
Who goes from WWE to AEW, and who from AEW goes to WWE?
Ooh.
Everybody is up for grabs, including the TNA roster.
Ooh, okay. Well,
And
shit.
New Japan and Ring of Honor.
Oh my God. Okay.
So we will prepare ourselves for that one. So, Deonne can have his notepad and his notes ready because that is a big task to take
It
on.
is.
And I don't want you having to come off the top of the head with that one. I want that to be definitely given some thought. And we will give the format of it coming soon. But we just wanted y'all to see like some of the stuff that we will continue to do here on Kayfabe, and we will start getting in some guests as well. Some people that are wrestling content creators, as well as getting back to our interviews and stuff. Just full transparency. Life been lifing, so just trying to get bearings straight and stuff like that. Deonne's a father, Honey's rich, so that has. I'm trying to move into my new location, so I feel a little more creative, and now I done got my stability. Your councilman can afford cable. He's not going to buy it, but that's always good news for me. So, but we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up of the Kayfabe Podcast. We appreciate each and one of y'all tuning in. Thank you for those that watched on our Instagram Live. Make sure that you follow our Kayfabe Podcast Instagram channel so you stay up to date. We will be putting out more content as far as clips goes. As again, like we said, life just been lifing. But we appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Be sure that you check out All-Star Fandom, the Wrestling with Honey podcast that'll be coming in 2026. And be sure to go to crownandcloak.shop to support this channel and go ahead and buy yourself some merch. But from the three of us, the greatest trio on the internet, no dispute. We will catch you next time.